Thank you, guys. When I started as a freshman in college, I I really wanted to get involved in things because when I was in high school, I was involved in nothing. Like my only extracurricular in high school was that I was president of the school Scrabble club, which consisted of me and my three friends once a year for 4 years playing one game of Scrabble and then going to Dairy Queen afterwards. Like, we spent more time each year taking the club yearbook photo than we did actually playing Scrabble. So, when I got in, I knew this time I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm really going to get involved in things. And that's exactly what I did. I joined intramural basketball. I joined different campus ministries. I had a radio show on the campus radio station. And I even became a student leader in the Korean Cultural Organization. I don't know anything about Korea. I knew nothing. But, they had a lot of free food, and I kept showing up. And the last thing I got involved in was I became part of the school ballroom dance team. And it was so much fun. I had always been fascinated by it, and then when I tried it, I just immediately fell in love with it. And we took it really seriously. We practiced 3 times a week. I had, these special sliding shoes. I had a bow tie. I was crushing it. But the thing was, I didn't want to tell anyone about this. This was the one thing I wanted to keep secret because I just felt like if I told people that I was a dancer, you get a lot of weird questions about it. Some people might think it's weird or funny. At one point, I had a TA, a teacher's assistant in one of our classes that made each of us go around and say a hobby we had. And when I said that I was a ballroom dancer, he spent the whole class laughing about it. So I was embarrassed by that, and I tried to keep it a secret from everyone else. And then at the end of the year, there was this big competition at the school where each of the dance clubs would perform and compete against each other. And especially the upperclassmen on the team, they really, really wanted to win this thing. And even more so than wanting to win this, they really just wanted to beat the hip-hop dance team. Because you know how they are. They're so annoying. They're too cool for school. You know what I'm saying? They have these bomber jackets that are stupid looking, and they have a big logo on the back. And we would practice in this area in the gym that had a big glass window, and it was hard for me to keep a secret that I was a dancer eventually because people kept seeing me through the window practicing. And at one point, the Korean Cultural Organization was going to play basketball, and they saw me dancing through the window, and they all started chanting, "Ryan Rowe, Ryan Rowe." And back to the hip-hop dance team real quick. They were practicing before us each time, and they would just stay late all the time. So we had to start late. So we really wanted to be the hip-hop dance team. And when the upperclassmen were discussing this, they were discussing how the judgments often are swayed by the crowd. So the more people we invited to this competition, the better chance we had of winning. And all of their eyes turned to me. Because while they knew almost no one outside the team, I knew everyone on campus. So I decided, after a lot of thought, I was going to give up the secret. I told everyone that I was a ballroom dancer. I invited all of my friends, and I didn't expect anyone to show up. The night comes of the competition, and I look out into the crowd, and everyone that I invited is at this thing. And I am so nervous because the night before, at dress rehearsal, I literally kicked my dance partner in the face. We weren't dancing. I was just going through a lot, but no. We were dancing, and it was an accident, but still, it's not an easy accident to have. There's not a lot of opportunities where your foot is just naturally next to someone's face, and you kick it with the amount of force that I did. So I was very nervous about this, and on the night of the show, we did our dance. We danced the jive to the song Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. And this was 2015, so out of the 6 dance teams performing, 3 of us performed to Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. And the other 3 teams were all Indian Bhangra dance teams. So we did our dance, and it went really well. We did our best, and unfortunately, we didn't win the competition. And as I was standing backstage listening to the judges hand the trophy yet again to the hip-hop dance team, I was all of a sudden hear people going, Ryan Rowe, Ryan Rowe. And it slowly gets louder and louder to the point where everyone in the crowd is going, Ryan Rowe, Ryan Rowe. And so I give them what they want. I walk back out on stage. I give them a wave and a bow. And I walk off into eternity with the crowd roaring behind me. Thank you guys very much.